Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Today we are playing Paralives and we are building in the world of Melino. We are building in between two buildings and we're going to make a gray brick townhouse. This is my second build in Paralives. So my first build, I didn't do a speed build on it because I was trying to figure out the tools and kind of how everything works. So it took me a really long time to put that together and it would have just taken too long for a speed build. So I decided for this build, being my second build, I'm actually going to record the whole process. So this is kind of what we're doing and figuring it out. I really do like the ability to build in between these two buildings. I think it's really cool to have that, though there is one small issue that I've caught now, and especially later on in the video. The actual lot itself is floating here. I did try and raise the terrain and everything like that. I tried to build a floor below it to create like some kind of foundation, but it really just, it doesn't work. I couldn't get it to line up. So the house will float. It doesn't affect paras using the house at all. They can still get inside and everything. So that's really nice. Nothing really I can control. And I do want to mention the game is in early access. So early access did come out on May 25th, 2026, which is like a late birthday present for me. So that's kind of nice. I did celebrate my birthday that weekend prior to that Monday. So that's nice. It's kind of like a birthday present, I guess. A good one. So yeah, I wanted the exterior to be gray brick and I went for black windows and black doors, kind of like there's a black and like wood theme kind of throughout the house, but it actually is a very nice place to reside with your paras. As you can see, you can stretch windows, you can drag things out, and as we progress through the build, you'll see everything that you can drag, like curtains, you can resize plants, you can change railings on staircases, though the staircases are fairly new and they are like an early access feature, so they are a little quirky. But it does work, and you can even have railings go around the upper floor as well as an option. Also, don't focus on the flickering next door. That is just the building next door kind of going in and out because I was zoomed in so close. I did back up there a little bit to stop it from flickering because it was annoying me too. But yeah, also I had a weird thing where the chairs were set to snap to the table there, but then they kind of like snapped at an angle instead, but it's easily fixable. So yeah, we're now putting a TV and the living room together. And as you can see, I literally just dragged the whole sofa out just to make a wider one. And again, it's fully functional, so that's also a huge plus. And you can kind of position things however you want, and it's fully functional with paras. I actually did playtest in this house. And everything works as it should. So it's really nice to have that. We do change up the kitchen a bit later. I kind of shuffle some of the stuff around because I did notice one of the countertops in the back corner was not even with the rest. And I tried to make that even, but it just wouldn't do it. I don't understand. But again, the game is early access. So of course there's going to be quirks and bugs and everything. I do have to say the lighting is very nice. It's very kind of like a soft glow. It's not ultra bright. It does seem to require a lot of lights, so to get some decent brightness. Hopefully they'll tune that in the future, so we don't need so many lights to make a space feel kind of bright, but otherwise it is very cozy too, so having the nice glow. I was trying to figure out the second floor here and where to put the staircase, so I kind of redid the floor and tried to get the staircases to line up so I didn't have like a hole in the floor outside. So yeah, just kind of divvying up the floor plan now and figuring out. The best part is you can build off grid, so you can make walls basically as like half tiles or even smaller than that. It's really nice and very neat to have that. And again, fully functional. It's quite amazing, actually. We're now doing some doors into all of the rooms. I did do something with this particular build. I made the walls thicker by just like one little notch. So you can see they're very thick compared to original. I thought that was kind of nice because it would provide maybe some soundproofing. I don't really know, but when I did playtest, I could hear some noises. It sounded like they were from next door, but I'm not entirely sure. But if you do want to grab this build, it is available on the Steam Workshop. Here's that little listing. I will also put a link in the video description below to my Steam Workshop page, so you can find this build and my very first build, which was a modern like beach home. That was me testing out the tools and everything. That is there on the workshop as well. So yeah, you can grab that as well if you want to play with it. I will do a tutorial on kind of how to share lots to the Steam Workshop, but also like where to find them and place them. It's actually not hard, but it is a little bit of a quirky process. Hopefully the UI and everything around that will be improved at some point. I kind of feel like it will be. It kind of feels like a little bit of an afterthought. Like there's this one little like thing where you edit the description and it says like UI mod description or something like that. So basically lots are considered like mods, I guess. So that's kind of how it handles them, I guess. But yeah. Also, swatch customization is so nice. You can match furniture and everything. You can change bedding colors. And it's just so nice to have those options, and it's so quick, so nice to have. And yeah, we're just doing the primary bedroom, which is on the very upper floor, which has its own bathroom. And then the second level, I designed it as a kid's bedroom, which also has like a hallway bath. Just trying to figure out a small dresser. So I resized this dresser down a little bit so that it could fit in this little corner over here, because otherwise there really wasn't any other place to put it. I wanted some walking paths to the sliding door to get out to the rooftop balcony. So yeah. I also matched the curtains to the wood tone color of the bed and the side tables. So that's also kind of nice. They're kind of like a beigey tan, and it just ties it so nicely together. It's so cohesive. Wall art is also very cool. You can add in your own. But you can also resize wall art to be whatever size you want. You can have the picture kind of fit in the frame or not and have like white borders. Rugs are also the same. A little bit less in the flexible customization. I mean, you can change the colors and stuff. You can scale it up and down and rotate it. Some of them I did find, a couple of them didn't let you scale them up or down. And of course, bathing options are also quite nice. You have a like freestanding shower option, but you also have ones that are kind of enclosed, and you have ginormous tubs, which unfortunately can't be scaled. So you can see I did pick a tub there originally, but it was like sticking through the wall. So we do this shower stall instead because I like that it had the glass doors. But again, there is a freestanding one without one. So if you want to create a custom shower, you can do so. I do change out this toilet that I placed here because I realized it was super expensive. It's like over 1,000 Paradimes. So I put in a cheaper one a little bit later on in the video. There is a bunch of clutter in the game as well. Like there's the toilet roll holder and everything like that. So many neat little things and different objects and things. I feel like a lot of this stuff is like things that paras will use while you're playing potentially, but also it makes for great decor. Some of it is not functional, some of it is, so it's kind of interesting to have that available to us. I am just doing the kids' bedroom now, kind of doing a custom bed here. I found the Among Us plushie, so I plopped that on the bed there, which you can do, which is actually really neat. There is also an advanced editing mode. I haven't really dabbled with that a whole lot, but you can like rotate objects on the X and Y axis and scale them up and down and everything. It is very advanced, though there are some issues with it. I think I saw the Paralives official channels kind of mention that, at least in the recent patch notes, I think there was some kind of issue with the advanced editing. So I have not even dabbled into that yet. I've just been building and having a bit of fun and checking out some of the gameplay and just kind of how things work, and just kind of chatting with paras and stuff around the town and exploring the beautiful new town of Melino. So yeah, I did not create a para yet either. I haven't dabbled in that either. I just chose a pre-made household from when I was on the train, which you could do that by clicking on any of the individual paras there that are kind of sitting in the train seats, or you create your own. So that's kind of what I did. I haven't even dabbled into the para maker yet, but I would like to create myself somehow if possible. And kind of see how that goes. I don't know, just for fun. I don't know if I'll put it on the Steam Workshop, but Just kind of want to see how that tool and everything works. But yeah, just finishing up the kids' bedroom here. And I do have a weird thing with scrolling. It seems to only happen in build mode and zooming in and out too. I get some kind of like lag with that, and I don't know what that's about. And scrolling, I get lag too. If I use the scroll bars, it's fine. But if I use my scroll wheel, it is laggy and sometimes just doesn't stop. It just keeps scrolling and then kind of makes this weird like bouncing rubber banding effect. So if you notice me actually grabbing the scroll bar, that is why, because I just want to avoid that problem. Could be my computer, could be the game. I don't really know, but I'm not really too worried about it. Sometimes it is frustrating though, especially when I'm like zooming in and out of the lot. But yeah, there's this neat little coat rack that I found, and I was able to change the colors on the jackets, so that's pretty cool. And then I found this bookcase, which I sized up just a little bit, just to make it a little bit bigger. We do a trash can. I don't know how trash works in the game, nor do I know how mail works. I do add a mailbox outside, but I don't know if pairs get mail to it. I don't know how that all works. And the same thing with trash. I don't know if you need like just indoor trash or if you need outdoor bins as well. Haven't quite played around with that yet. So I only did an indoor bin for this particular build, but we are now shifting around the kitchen to kind of fix the corner over here because I don't know what was going on over there, but it's so nice to be able to kind of resize cabinets and cabinetry, and you have a bunch of different options, including you can change the knob styles and everything. I went for the more modern handles, but there are options to change it to like rounded knobs and different things. And I'm going to do a cutout to the left of the refrigerator where we're going to add a dishwasher here in a little bit, because I felt like that was nice to have. And the dishwasher actually works, so that's really nice. I was actually like you can't click on it or anything like to say do dishes or clean up dishes, like a mass like interaction, but pairs will autonomously use it when they're done eating and just put the dishes in the dishwasher, though I didn't see it running. But maybe that's not important. This is where we're going to add in the small little cabinet for the dishwasher. So you have to add this like cutaway piece, and then you can slot that in there perfectly. And also change the color. So I matched it to the fridge. Wow. I do come back and match to the fridge because I realized, oh, that's too dark. So yeah, so nice to be able to match items and appliances and everything. And then I do add a small cabinet over underneath the stairwell here to create like a little coffee bar. I don't know if coffee is functional. I didn't click on that. I did do some reading, and I think that's one of the things that isn't yet functional, but it might be because they have a coffee shop in the game. So it must work. They must have coffee. I don't know what that was about, but maybe that was like early on compared to now. I'm not 100% sure, but I didn't play test the little Keurig machine to see if it actually works. Well, it looks like a Keurig to me, but we're now doing some curtains, and we are now doing the second floor bathroom, which is green to match the kids' bedroom. I thought it was kind of nice to have like the tile and the wallpaper match a little bit, including the vanity. I thought that was a neat little touch. I didn't do any kind of wall around the shower. I wanted it to be completely open. And you can resize mirrors up and down, which is so nice. So yeah, there are little quirky, I've seen some graphical glitches in the reflections, but that's, it's expected. This is where I swap out to the cheaper toilet, just because I was like, oh my gosh, that toilet is so expensive. Not that this is meant to be like a starter home or anything, but I wanted it to be affordable for your pairs to, actually be able to move into eventually at some point, or you could just buy with some money cheats to the Paradimes. There is a money cheat, and the cheat console is accessed with Control-Shift-C. There's a bunch of different ones in there. You can find it by just doing Control-Shift-C and then doing help, and it'll give you all of the cheats available in the game. So that's really nice. But when you're doing your story in the beginning, when you are playing the game, you can actually choose the story and set the amount of money that you start with. So that is a nice touch. So you could always set it to have enough money. Though I don't really know how much this lot is. I think it's probably like 60-some thousand Paradimes. I didn't really pay attention because it doesn't really give you that detail. And there's no way to customize the amount of bedrooms and bathrooms. So it actually thought that this townhouse has 3 bathrooms, but it does not. It only has 2, and there's no way to specify that. So yeah, changing up the lighting to do some outdoor lighting now. And I did add one outdoor light there, but it disappeared. I don't know where it went. So we added some new ones instead, including the mailbox out here. And then we're going to do some terrain painting, which took me a minute to find because I'm still getting used to the menus and still kind of shuffling all over. And I was trying to fix the roof texture up here because you can rotate the floor directions, but for some reason the roof texture over the upper bathroom was different from the rest. And also I couldn't paint the side walls that are by the buildings that I'm in between. It just wouldn't let me do that, even though you can sometimes see them when the building kind of disappears from view there. But otherwise, it is what it is. This is the gray brick townhouse. And again, you can find it on my Steam workshop. My Steam ID is just Simified or TheSimified. I think it's Simified. But I go by TheSimified as the username. And yeah, I'll put a link in the video description if you want to check it out. You can follow me there or add me as a friend on Steam, whatever you want to do. I will be doing some more Paralives speed builds here on the channel in the future, but I just kind of want to see what people thought. Do you like this kind of content? Do you want more Paralives builds? Do you want to see Paramaker? Just kind of like, what are you looking for? Because I would love to feature more of this, including The Sims. We are not giving up on The Sims and The Sims 4. We will still do speed builds in there as well. And I would actually love to maybe recreate this house somehow in The Sims. So I think that would be quite nice to do. Maybe kind of compare them back and forth. But do let me know in the comments what you think, what you are looking forward to, and I greatly appreciate that. But that's all I had for this speed build. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I do thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon with another build.